this concrete structure here is what we call a head house. I have in my records back in the 1800s where my forefathers kept a record on the labor and effort they took of digging this out and building this head house. And they did it because they was going to file on this water with the state engineer. So they had a sort of a record. They had to show beneficial use of this water. So they had to improve it to get the water out of the ground. I don't know exactly what it looked like here, but I'm assuming it looked just like this. There must have been a little seep or something. And they dug down, mined down into the earth, created a head house, and piped this water out of here. Now I maintained that water after many years, and that's the water that we've seen down in the trough there in the tank, which is a beautiful source of water.
Open it up. I never looked.
No, let's leave it shut. Show you something here is one of the range improvements of my ancestors and my forefathers. This range improvement again hooked onto the original head house there, and it was prior to this water trough and tank you can see in the background. This is quite interesting. A few years ago I tried to put this together like a puzzle, and I walked around the area and tried to gathered up the broken up concrete. I have never got it glued back together. I always intend to come back and glue this together, but let me show you something here. If you get over here where you can look close, we ought to have some chalk, but here's a brand. See this brand here? Here's a brand. It's like an H. That is an old-time brand that run here on this range. If you come over here a little further, you can pick, I don't know, we need a piece of chalk there. We can pick up a brand here. There's another brand. There's another piece of a brand right here. These pieces come on. We'll move on around here. We can see some more brands. Okay, here's a brand. See this look like this? See, that's a brand. There's another one. It's sort of hard to see here. Let's move on around here. We'll see another one. I don't know whether we're going to be able to pick these up, but anyway, there's a brand. There's an IA brand here, and that's part of the ranch that I bought out lots of years ago. But anyway, this structure here was built by cowboys, and they put the effort into digging the head house out, improving the water, and this is where they put the water to beneficial use. This is one of the old range improvements. That my rights were created by many people in the beginning, and then those rights were either bought out or inherited by different people as time went on. And now I'm here, and my rights are either inherited or bought. And so the people that these brands are here are either my ancestors or people that the predecessors are those that my predecessors have bought out. In other words, those rights are bought and sold. Here's one right here's a nice brand. I would guess this brand, and I'm not sure about this brand, was Arthur Hughes of Mesquite, Nevada. You see the A and the H.
Figure 11.
Yeah, and that's a Von Levitt brand there. I know that brand. So this brand was probably a farmer in Mesquite, Nevada that created preemptive rights out here through beneficial use and through the water improvements. And this is actually quite historic. Look at the artifacts we have here. You know, they're wanting to protect all of these. Isn't this an artifact?
Oh, yes, every one of them.
But you know, when you're talking about preemptive rights created through beneficial use, talking about the rancher being on the land for many generations, this is proof of that happening here on my ranch. We have made beneficial use of this water and beneficial use of this land. We've had access, and now we got proof of old improvements. All of these things create rights, and people can't understand why Cliven Bundy has a right to be out here on this open range in Clark County, Nevada. Well, why I'm able to be here is because I own these rights. I've either inherited them or I have bought them, and they were created. This range improvement here is probably one of the oldest range improvements on this ranch, and it's been used more than any other range improvements that I know of. I've been here for 65 years. This material that's in this fence was old when I was a little kid, and we still use it. We just keep patching it up. It is in need of some repair real bad now. A lot of the posts are rotting off. I actually built this myself in 1962. He got a VO brand. That's the brand I use on the left hip of my cattle, but it would have been Adams, and part of my rights come from the Adams family. Yes, I'll need some salt.
There it is.
Okay, okay. Now show him the date.
So hard to see. 19.
I can't even see it. Can see it too. Let me just trace it. 1917. And hey, that Charlotte cow, look at her. She's so fat she can't even walk. She's going to calve too pretty soon.